More and more these days, we're hearing about school shootings. And as we all know, the loss of life can be tremendous and so sad. Are there things that we can do to potentially keep this type of thing from happening? Maybe warning signs to look for. That's exactly what we're talking with our coastal expert about today. Joining me now is Michael Porter, who is a licensed professional counselor with Horizons Behavioral Health. Hi, Michael. It's great to see you again.
Hi, Natalie. It's a pleasure to be here.
So what type of kids are we talking about here that are most likely to become school shooters? I mean, it's such a devastating issue.
And the word become is very appropriate because there's a process of what can happen in a child's life or a teenager's life that can lead them to, for example, someone today may be okay, but what may happen with them over the course of a school year they can literally become a school shooter. You're generally looking at males, and you're looking at someone who has been teased, harassed, bullied, picked on, and they develop anger, and eventually they seek revenge. And once they begin to feel the need for revenge, they tend to fantasize on just how they would do it.
So what types of behaviors should parents be on the lookout for?
Schools and parents should, if a child is isolated, and that's a real problem in our society right now, because kids would stay in the bedroom on a cell phone or a notebook or an iPad with the door closed. Parents, some good old-fashioned stuff, talking. Just regular conversations.
We always talk about how important communication is.
Yes, yes. The basics are held true over time. Regular conversations can prevent many things. It can help to clarify, reveal different issues that may be occurring in the child's world, inform the child of what's happening. So if a child is isolated and they're not talking, if their moods change or they become very erratic with mood shifts and start showing displays of either too openly hostile or just too secluded, those are behaviors and attitudes that should be checked on. It would be wise for a parent to talk.
And it's almost like one extreme to the other is basically how you're characterizing it. How can schools identify a student that could potentially bring danger to others?
A more in-your-face type of reality for a school would be a student who the teachers, the principals, even other kids know this kid is always hostile. This kid, is very aggressive, always fighting. Now, that's the more easily recognized adolescent. But someone who's a recluse, and kids who are being harassed, teased, and bullied tend to be quiet. They tend to try to stay out of everybody's way because they don't want to be noticed if they're being teased, ostracized. Teachers have a lot of work on them just with the act of teaching. But it would be good to notice kids who are just isolated.
So at Horizon Behavioral Health, how do you help a child that you feel may possibly be a threat to others?
If a child is a threat to others, we would immediately let the parents know. And if the child has a plan to hurt someone at school, you bring everybody together. You say, look, your kid is very angry with this other kid and has had fantasies of just harming this kid. We need to address that immediately. And immediately is literally right then on the spot. Sometimes phone calls have to be made to certain persons right away.
I have one more question for you because school shootings do happen in today's society. What kinds of conversations need to happen or to take place with children after a school shooting?
And that's very sensitive. You want to get them to talk about what they're thinking, what they're feeling. There'll be feelings of confusion, I can't believe this happened type of feelings, confusion, anger, a lot of fear, and that type of fear will give rise to sadly, ongoing fear and anxiety for a lot of these kids for years.
And at Horizon Behavioral Health, this is where you guys are the experts and you have conversations like this all the time.
Yes, yes.
And you can help provide that guidance.
Yes, yes, we do. Talk with lots of teenagers, well, every day, and parents, and sometimes with the school officials. You know, as the therapist, there are times when I have to talk with principals or coaches, someone in the school, and have meetings with them to help just develop sort of a game plan, if you will, on how to help this kid.
And that's something that Horizons Behavioral Health does well. You
Yes.
provide a lot of help to a lot of individuals, and I want to thank you for coming in and joining us and providing the information you did once again for us.
Well, sure, Natalie. Thank you for having me again.
It's always good to see you. If you'd like more information on Horizon Behavioral Health or any of our coastal experts, just check out our Coastal Experts page. You'll find that at WSAV.com.